May this full lunar new year be filled with Shubhakritu to one and all. And this day, that is the 99th day, the Mahavakyas are echoed, whatever we see in the Upanishads from the four Vedas. And we'll see in poets' language. Mahavakya Tattvadike Panchakarne Suke Pavije Santa Sange Vivarne Vidhiye Se Sanketa Jodha Vijeto Daya Sandune Chandrama Bhavijeto. So here, the last one, Daya Sandune Chandrama Bhavijetu. So, for all our things we relate to the moon, and the analogy is also about the moon. The moon has two phases, as we know, the waxing and the waning, that is the growing and the shrinking. So now, actually what he is trying to say here, to show the waxing moon's crescent on the second day is what this line means. With respect to what? So, ignoring the signposts of the tree or stars, for example, if I point my finger and if I ask you to look at the crescent of the moon, that is the second day of the new moon, in between there may be so many trees, birds, poles and all. So when we take off our sight from the tip of the index finger and when we are transiting onto the moon, in between there will be any hurdles, we are supposed to negate all that and to land there with our sight. Or in second fashion, when we show any indications, how to come to your place, place, you see, if you come there onto the second main road, you have a huge mango tree. Adjacent to that tree, the building green in color, landmark. So you are not supposed to stop at the mango tree. There is a compound. In that compound, there is a mango tree. We are not supposed to stand there at the mango tree. We should, next to that mango tree, there is a building and there is a door. Go and knock. Isn't it? So, signposts are shown for us. For example, we show the Arundhati, or we show the Saptarishi Mandala in the sky, the formation, the star constellation, which will be of a trapezium and a crescent. So we take the help of these pointers to land there. So that is what he is trying to say here. And the first thing is Mahavakya Tattvadike Panchakarne. There are only signposts. That is what he says. The sages used for enlightenment, he says very clearly. So what are the signposts? Mahavakyas means the great utterances. Mahatatvadike, which speaks about the philosophical principles. And he says scientific analysis of the elements. Panchakarani. Panchakarani, in the sense we have the whole creation being formed with 5 elements. Akashat, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi. And here Pancha Tanmatras are there and Panchikarana happens. In the sense, these 5 elements get split into 2 each, right? And then with every individual half, the second half gets split into 4 and joins the other elements. Understand? So these are, with these combinations of these 5 elements with different ratios and proportions, the whole universe have come into existence. This we have seen in Tattva Bodha, Tattva Viveka. Therefore, I'm not elaborating. Again, if you want, we'll take one more session exclusively on this. And what are the utterances, Mahavakyas? We have 4 Mahavakyas that are being echoed by the sages in the Upanishads. What is that? Pragyanam Brahma, Tat Tvam Asi, Ayam Atma Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi. So these 4 are 4 steps for us to land at the highest. What is that? Pragyanam Brahma. You see, first they say knowledge is Brahman, Pragyanam Brahma. Then what do? Oh, knowledge is Brahman, therefore I should gain knowledge. We start to study the scriptures. And we go and sit at the feet of an Acharya, feet of the Guru. We learn. And in the process, what does the Guru say? The Guru says, Tat Tvam Asi, that thou art, you are that. You, the limited self, is that the ultimate self, the permanent soul. Huh? Then you start to wonder, you start to ponder, think. You do mananam, you go into nididhyasanam. That is what we call as revision. If you have seen how kindergarten children, they learn. You say once, they repeat it 10 times on way back home and to the mother, and then they become teachers. They make their parents, their friends, everybody as students, and they keep repeating. How much of revision is happening? Therefore, their learning is much stronger. But as we grow, are we doing so many revisions? Are we repeating so many times? No. So this is what happened. Then with that constant contemplation on the knowledge gained and by the pointer given by the Acharyas Tattvamasi, then you understand I am Atma Brahma. Okay, what he referred as Tat and Tvam are one. He says I am I and Atman are one. Then what happens? You have come to an understanding, intellectual understanding that I and the Atman are one. Then what? Then we have to get into the anubhava of that. You should get into that experiential field. Then what is that? Aham Brahmasmi. He says, previously we said, I am Atma Brahma. I, the Atman, are Brahma. Now the next stage is Aham Brahmasmin. Means I am Brahman. So there is nothing like I, the Atman. It is I am Brahman. Now in this stage what happens? I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. Then the person will slide into silence. Sarvavyapti. Where is Brahman? Brahman is Sarvavyapti. He is everywhere. Advitiya Brahman. There is no second entity other than Brahman. Think. Then, if you have to introduce, you say, I am Mr. So and so. I am Miss So and so. I am daughter of. I am studying in. You are saying this for a second person. When there is only one entity, to whom do you have to introduce? Just imagine you are at home and nobody is with you. To whom will you introduce? If somebody comes and knocks, then you are different and they are different. Then you introduce yourself. I am doing my second BU in Christ and I am going to do my degree, continue my degree in Christ or something like that. Or I am going to join Jains, something, whatever your plans are. Or you say I am doing my 10th, I will continue with this in this particular college. I am giving my CA examinations. I am doing my engineering 4th sem, whatever it is. Isn't it? You get introduction for a second person. But if you are all alone, to whom you have to say, this is my right hand, this is my left hand, this is my head, this is my leg, this is my right toe, this is my right big toe. For learning, we do that in kindergarten. But for oneself, we did not say that I am so and so. Isn't it? So once we go to that state, Aham Brahmasmi, next stage is Aham Asmi. That's it. I exist as one spread across the whole cosmos. All the heavenly bodies that you see in the cosmos are all your cells. In this body, there are millions of cells. Unfortunate thing is we are not aware of our own cell. Though in our morning sessions we try to do meditation on all that, Ang Jage Pratikshana is being said 100 times. Awaken to every part, every inch, every centimeter, every millimeter of the body. Awaken yourself, because every cell is vibrating and that is you. So here he says the whole cosmos is one. Purusha ye vedagam sarvam. This is what the Mahavakya says. So stay put with this cosmic vision of oneness that is you till we meet next. Thanks for being with. Once again, wishing you all a very, very prosperous, enlightening Shubha Krita Samvatsara.